Welcome back to CBS News Texas at 10 o'clock. Doug and Scott, and in a moment, Jeff Ray, talking about the same thing that you're probably seeing in your yard. Dead grass, dead plants. I planted that one last year. And then the trees. Trees are stressed everywhere, dead leaves all over the place. And Scott, we water as much as we're allowed to and what we think might help. And it's doing no good. Your place the same way.
Yeah, it looks like fall because so many leaves falling right there. I mean, I keep brushing this off, blowing the leaves away, but more keeps falling. And even at my parents' house, the grass is dying. Some of the trees are dying there. That magnolia tree, you can see all of the brown leaves. Wow. The grass as well, watering when they're supposed to. We're all doing what we're told to do, but you can see just brown patches of grass. And I think a lot of it's because the temperatures have been so hot. But what's interesting, Doug, are the temperatures overnight. We set a number of record morning low temperatures, being the warmest it's ever been at night. And because of that, I think it's putting more stress potentially on some of our vegetation, the plants. And Jeff actually you have the theory on kind of what's going on here, Jeff.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on, Scott, that our native plants are just not adapted to nights this warm. I mean, they're just unable to maintain their moisture at night because during the day, during photosynthesis, they can actually use some chemical strings to keep their moisture in, but they're unable to do that at night when the sun is down. So I know that you have seen plant stress despite your best efforts. And it's about these warm nights. Now, we know the nights have been getting warmer. So in the summers in the 70s, your average low is about 72 degrees. In the last full decade, the average low was 76 degrees. And it's not just that. It's how warm these 80s, they're so unheard of. Just think, back in the 70s, you would get less than 2 a summer. This decade, we're 4 years in, we're now getting about 22 every summer. And these are overnight lows that are in their 80s. But these really record warm ones, 85 or higher, like there's only been less than 20 of those in the entire history. Only one of them occurred in the previous century. All the others have happened this century. This year we've had 7, the most ever in 2011, so we might break that record. So you're wondering, well, what can you do? I don't think you're going to be able to water yourself out of this problem, because if you continue to water in the morning to make up for the water loss at night from the plant, what's going to happen is you're going to drive those roots up to the surface, and that will kill the plant because of the heat. Look for plants that are native to West Texas. They're a little bit more adapted to warm nights, and if you have that siege mentality, mulch deep, water deep and rarely, and try to put some afternoon shade on your plants. Now, one thing that I've been trying in my yard is at the end of the day, when I still have a little daylight, I actually go out and water the beds. I use evaporational cooling to try to cool that plant down.
Well, Jeff, we thank you so very much. Jeff knows his stuff when it comes to this, Scott. You and I know that. Some good advice, but the frustration is still there, obviously, and it feels like you're throwing money to the wind, obviously, trying to water anything that is just dying. Yeah. And bottom line, we need rain, and we need, as you call it, appreciable rain, and it feels like it's been months.
It really has been. We saw a trace at DFW, not enough to help us out. We need one of those days that's a settling rain. Helps all of us settle down, too. We're not really seeing that in the extended forecast. And here's the latest drought monitor, and it's getting worse. You can see parts of the Metroplex now dealing with extreme drought to then severe drought, and the abnormally dry conditions showing up. Southwest sides of North Texas also dealing with extreme drought. So we can use a large amount of rain, and it's not in the extended forecast. So we saw a little bit tonight, and it's trying to help us out. But with this red flag warning, it's extended through tomorrow. That means very dry conditions in place. South winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting even higher than that in the forecast. Humidity 20% to 25%. Those temperatures possibly up to 109. Here is the first alert future wind gust forecast. And into tomorrow, winds gusting up to near 15 miles per hour in the morning to near 20 miles per hour as we go into the afternoon. So any grass fire that gets going pretty fast can spread pretty fast. So we need the rain. First alert satellite radar shows that we're still seeing some storms tonight on the radar, mainly up near Wichita Falls, making their way from the west to the east. We did see one storm make its way into Montague County, into Cook County. A lot of lightning with that. It collapsed. Also seeing the storms that were closer towards Abilene make their way towards the east, seeing this outflow boundary making its way into parts of North Texas. Couple of storms sparking off right now there just to the north of Graham. You can see Archer and Baylor County under a severe thunderstorm warning. So our first alerts, we've issued a lot of them, and we're continuing them through Monday. And the reason is I expect more excessive heat warnings to be issued. The red flag warning on top of that. So that's why we've alerted, and you can see it's all through North Texas. You know what to do. Limit your time outside. If you can, definitely hydrate a whole lot more. Make sure the pets are hydrated. Check on your elderly neighbors. Now at 10:19, we're at 99 degrees, feeling like 103 with a south wind at 10 to 15. That's the story across the Metroplex. Keller still right now at 100 degrees to 99 in Denton. We topped out today at 107. Where we see the rain, it's a bit cooler in Bowie. Lows tonight, another night where our lows will be probably in the mid 80s, possibly down to 85 degrees to 84. And then into tomorrow, we make it up to about 107. Your first alert 7-day forecast shows more of the same on the way. Now on Tuesday, we do have a wind shift. We're down to 102 for the high, but we remain in the triple digits the next 7 days.